Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ladies Room Talk Show. I'm Clarissa Kenty, your Kingdom Concierge. Happy Monday, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here with us today. And it's going to really be a great show. Hey, we got one of the best in the city in the ladies room, and I'm honored to have her here today. And she's just one of those that has a virtual key to the ladies room, like many of you do, but she'd be in here and I'm not even here. That's how often she uses the ladies room. But it's going to be a great show. Happy Memorial Day, guys. We were off on last Monday, and I certainly hope that you are able to enjoy your families and have a really good time, grill, do what you do on those days. And so also, hey, you're going to always see on my profile picture, vote. Because even though we had an election here previously a couple of weeks ago, it's not over. We really need to make sure that we keep voting at the forefront of our minds. And so I will be having a couple of lives that we'll be talking to some people here that specialize in voting. They know what the mapping and the rerouting and all those things are about. So I want to make sure that we are bringing those people in here. And by being a communication platform, I want to be able to educate those of you of what is exactly going on. See, the verbiage tends to be a little bit misleading and we don't understand it, but I want to be able to bring people in that can really give us that layman's term so that we all can understand what is ahead of us. So stay tuned for that. Okay. So listen, welcome back, Miss Latrisha Fifi Redmon.
Don't forget the Fifi.
Oh my God. Does everybody know what Fifi means? Do we?
I don't know, but I will let you know. My auntie looked at me when I was a baby and said, "Oh, she looks like a Fifi."
Like a Fifi.
And here I am. You know what I'm saying? But from that birth, the phenomenal brand. So hey, it works.
Fifi.
It works.
What exactly is a Fifi?
Glorious, amazing, gifted,
that's your definition.
Talented.
I think that's
beautiful,
your definition.
Fine,
Somebody please look up the term because I don't believe this one.
Wait a minute
I don't believe this one.
Wait a minute. Don't do that. Now, I've heard some other sketchy stuff about what a Fifi is, but I ain't worried about that one. Whatever.
Well, let's talk a little bit. You got love notes coming up because you have some really great things coming up. This year, I was a part of Brushes and Balance, and of course, that was a great show. Sold out. It was just excellent.
Thank you.
And so, a big shout out to my boy Lamar Story, my cousin, my brother. And so, but now it's Love Notes. So let's talk a little bit about that because people are like, "Well, what is Love Notes? What is it all about?
Absolutely.
What is it?" So let's talk about that. What is Love Notes?
Well, Love Notes is a combination of two events that I have throughout the years. I started Daddy's Girls after my father passed in 2021. So I held that in 22 just in, commemoration of his name, his legacy, and just to, memorialize who he is. And so with Daddy's Girls, it was me making sure that I continued to keep his legacy, his name alive. And I brought in others who also lost their fathers. And we had a really wonderful concert with music and monologues and all the good things. And then maybe 2 years after that, I started Dear Mama. And that was to honor mothers who passed away, but also mothers who also lost children. And so I did that, of course, with Mother's Day being in May and that Father's Day being in June. This year, I'm like, I might need to combine these things together from a promoter standpoint. You know what I'm saying? That financially it's kind of sometimes a little strange. So I'm like, let me make sure I bring this together and bridge the gap. And so Love Notes is pretty much like a love letter to your mothers and your fathers. And so this time we're doing a little bit of twist with bringing like parent and children together to sing or do monologues with you and Taylor. And just going to be a really wonderful experience to be able to see siblings and mother, children, father, all this stuff to be able to get on the stage together and show that love.
It's just really cool, and I have to be honest. When I saw my flyer, I almost lost it.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I almost lost it. It's still fresh now. It's still fresh. Mom left last year, and to see both of them blacked out, on the picture, it did something to me. Just right then, it really did something to me. But then I looked at the positioning of them and them being behind me, and then it just twisted my perspective.
Yeah.
So I thank you for that.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful flyer, but I have to say,
I know.
it took me down through that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was a little rough, but I'm good now, and I'm excited about what we'll be able to do. We had rehearsal last night, which I thought was really cool.
Absolutely.
It was really great.
Yeah.
And you have some stellar people that are going to be singing, that are going to be the monologues is going to be playing, and it's just great. It's just good to see. You got a brother, sister, which are I love them. They're friends of mine. And then you have a mother with her son and her daughter. Then you have a father and daughter. And then you have a mom and two sons. You have I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff. And it was just really good. The vibe was really good last night with rehearsal. And I love D Hill. D Hill is amazing, and his team. So it was just a really good rehearsal. So, those of you who have lost someone in your life, like with me, I just happened, both of them are gone now. So to be able to commemorate them in this way and to showcase our talent, and showcase our skills, and just really love on them and to really celebrate them. I thank you for that honor. I never thought that I would be in this space, because I've seen, you've been doing this. How long is this?
It'll be what, 4 years now, I think, 4 with years. Daddy's Girl, of course.
I remember you doing that. And I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Never dreaming that I would be in this space.
Absolutely.
If you live long enough, the time will come. If you outlive your parents and so forth, but just never knew or never saw myself being on the stage to commemorate my parents. But I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
And I would, admonish those of you, you have parents that are still living, come out. It's for everybody. It's to remember those who've gone on, but also to really celebrate those here. And I think I heard someone say, give them their flowers while they yet can still, smell them. So I'm glad that you've given us that opportunity. Those of us who don't have parents, those of us who do, some of us have one and not the other. It's just a time to celebrate. And it's going to be good. And the biggest thing, y'all, the entertainment. Oh my gosh. And how much are the tickets?
$40.
Let me just tell you this. And I'm not saying this because she's a regular inside the ladies' room. And she's like my little sister, the little bad sister.
Hey, wait a minute. Watch yourself. Watch yourself now.
She's a little bad sister. But, I'm not $40.
I know
what we are getting and what they're getting, what the audience is getting. Oh my gosh, it's so underpriced.
People were in a long line the other day for some oxtails for $70, huh? For $70. And then I believe they had to pay $10 to get into the venue. And I'm giving you wonderful entertainment. I'm giving you even some finger foods, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a wonderful. Yeah.
Wait. So entertainment eating as well?
No.
But I resign.
We have Mr. Brandon Hicks going to be preparing the food for us. So he's always someone I call upon, especially with like Brushes and Balance. He's the one that made the food with that. And a lot of people loved his food. So he's going to be preparing the food for this. Now it's going to be first come, first serve. So come on in there, get in there. Doors open at 5:30. Come get in line, get you something to eat. But yeah, that's all for $40. But I think my thing is it's going to really be something that, especially those who are walking around grieving, heavy-hearted, if you're missing someone, or if I think Jeff said last night when he did his video, like even if you are estranged a little bit from your parent or child or whatever, like try to get into a space that this night can be a healing for you, and help y'all be able to reconcile and start the path of healing and restoring what you have lost. I'm a really big family person. I love my family so much, and so I'm always, when we a little bit at odds here and there, I'm somewhat like the peacemaker, trying to bring everybody together, because I'm like, life is too short. We never know. We never know when that last breath is going to be taken from either of us. We don't want to live in with regrets. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that my brother would have passed in 2020. Had no idea that was coming. You know what I'm saying? My father, of course, 21, he was already ailing or sick, but still, we don't know when that last breath is going to be for us. So something like this, I want to always make sure I create spaces for people to come together and be able to do what they do together and create memories and leave something for the other generations to come. They can see it through pictures, through video, and hopefully, instill in them the family factor as well. So I believe that this is not just to celebrate the memory of my father or the mothers or whoever, but it's to really unite and bring back together the family to be able to get on the same stage and do what we do.
I think you said something that's really key. A lot of things you said was key, but to bring is to protect what's sacred. Relationship, your parents. You don't get to choose your parents. God blesses you with those parents, and sometimes the relationship may be a little estranged. I think you said earlier, but at the end of the day, I don't care how much you don't have a good relationship with your parents. When they're gone, they're gone. They're gone. And I'm telling you this now, you will feel it.
Absolutely.
Whether you like them or not. I have no. I'm like you. I have no regrets. I was there for my parents. I love my parents. My parents loved me. There's no question about that. But I think about people who have really bad relationships with their parents and they're not forgiving them. You got to be quick to forgive them. I'm telling you, when they're gone, it's a ripping apart. And you feel the void. You feel, I don't care how mad you are at them. I don't care how you don't like them. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. So it's definitely worth mending that's broken. And it's worth blessing them.
Absolutely.
My mother, just part of her story, my mother was raised by her aunt and her mother's sister raised her. And so, but she had to give her away because she was very young when she had my mom. So my mom took care of the lady that she knew as her mother, but she also had to be caregiver to her biological mom too. So, and she was no resentment, not upset because she had to give her away. None of that, none of that. And so she too had no regrets. My mom lived a beautiful, long and fruitful life. She was 85 when she passed away. So I think a lot of that had to do with how she took care of her mom. And how she took care of her parents. And so I love the love notes. Where did you get that name from?
I think years ago I had an event called Love Notes as well, and that was during like Valentine's. And so with bringing this together and combining these, I'm like, I can bring that back into the fold of what Love Notes is. And like I said, it's a musical love letter to your mother and your father. And so Love Notes, of course, notes being a part of music. Love notes when someone write a love note. So because we're going to do musical as well as monologues and all that good stuff, I think it all just came together with that. And so, I think, again, I really want this night to be beyond just people coming in and hearing great music. I want it to really touch the depth of folks' hearts and, again, their relationships and the need to see that, like you said, you can't pick your family. We were birthed into the families we were birthed in. And I've heard people at times say, you know what, I don't got to deal with them no more. I don't have to love, But I'm like, I really want the family unit to be blessed, and I want people to be able to heal and see the need to get back together. You know what I'm saying? I think it just hurts my heart sometimes when I hear people disown their family, disown their mom, and I understand that things happen. And I have a poem called Fathers Are Boys Too, and that speaks on the fact that they may have failed you in some way. They may not have been the best father. They may have been absent. They may have left, but we have to understand or try to understand what happened in their youth when they were little boys that grew up to this man they have become, and they have not been able to love or show affection or really be present, but having to see them beyond the bigness of their statue as a man, but look into the heart of their soul and say, there's a little boy in there that's still broken. There's a little boy in there that didn't know how to express himself. There's a little boy in there that was also abandoning himself. And so to be able to see that, when I did that poem at the first one, at the one I had 2 years ago, one of my friends came up to me and told me how much that really helped her to see her father from a different lens, because they had a rocky situation. And so, I just want people to be able to see the little girl in their mothers, the little boys in their fathers, and see that, yes, they are the adults, and yes, they are the parents, but yes, they are also children. Children that still has to find ways to heal. And sometimes they don't know how to cope. They don't know how to say, because, they got to be the parent. They got to be the one that try to get you in this space, but they don't know how to tell you honestly, look, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know. There's a lot of stuff that I was broken. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't understand. And so it just comes out in your generation, and then the next generation, until somebody breaks that curse and really be able to deal with the little kids that's still in us, even in our 40s, 50s, 60s, so yeah.
You mentioned something about the little kid in us. I want to take a detour just for a second and talk about your book. Because your book speaks on that. And some people may not know that Latrisha is now a very notarized author.
Oh, my, notarized.
You've been selling a lot of books, ma'am.
Thank the Lord.
And I'm very grateful because you have created not only a book, but a workbook, an affirmation book to go along with that, which is brilliant. It's
Thank
nice.
You.
Let's talk about that, because you're talking about that little girl that's in you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the book is, I went to the party, but I didn't go in. And the premise of that book is, two situations happened. One day I went to my church in Tuscaloosa. It was on a Wednesday night for Bible study. And so I got there late. They were already coming out. And so I was like, but I went on in because I wanted to love on my people or whatever. So my best friend Q came running to me. What are you doing here? And just showed me so much love and just grabbed me. I mean, in that moment, I guess that's what I needed. I missed the service, but I got what I needed in that moment. I went in and, I'm in the back of the church. Somebody coming, feed, like all the way. I'm like, oh, so it was so much love. And so I hugged my bishop and my first lady, and I just needed that moment. And as I was driving down the freeway, God was just speaking to me about that moment. And then maybe like a couple of days later, I went to a party. I was, the thing said like, come dressed up like green, the top, all these things. So I'm like, okay, let me put on my little tuxedo. I'm gonna put my shoes on. I'm going, hair right, all that. So I go to the party and I park and I'm looking, and there's folks coming in with jeans and t-shirts and button downs, but I'm like, bro, I thought this was like a formal type situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the car. I am contemplating, am I gonna get out this car? Am I gonna stay in? Am I gonna get out this car? And I drove around like 5-6 times, parked. I drove. I was going through it.
Oh my God.
I was going through it. And the reason why I was going through it is because a situation that happened when I was in middle school. I think it was my first day of 6th grade. And we were in line, and of course I'm a baby of 9 kids, and so I had to wear hand-me-downs. Wait a minute,
Mary was busy.
Hey. Let me finish my story. So I'm in line. We're in the hallway, having to line up to go ahead and get in class. So I have my things in my hand. I'm just sitting, chilling on the wall by the lockers. And so someone come up from like midways behind me, and has like 2 or 3 other girls with her. And they come and point down at my clothes, at my cuff, because I had on some real long orange overalls. So it was my sister's, her overalls. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this on. Had a little shirt with it, but I had to cuff the bottom of the overalls because they were long. So I cuffed them, and I guess they was real thick. I don't know, but I'm thinking I'm looking cute, okay? Right. But she came up and pulled, like I said, a few people with her and started pointing down at my cuffs, at my clothes, and laughed. And they just laughed, and they said, "Oh my God!" That moment in that hallway by those lockers in my orange overalls with those cuffs broke me. And that carried with me so many years that at times when I used to talk about it, I would get teary-eyed because I'm like, why did you pick me out? Of everybody in the hallway, you had to come from where you were, point me out, and put all that attention on my clothes, on my cuffs. I didn't have no other choice. I had to wear what I had. My mom, they didn't have a lot of money to feed all the kids and give us all these clothes. So I had to wear what I had to wear. And so in that moment, it's just like I said, it's just really that stuck with me. And so in that car, making the decision to go in the party or go home, going back and forth. I don't want to look out of line. So I mean, I am struggling in my mind about going in. So eventually when I drove off, maybe the 5th time, I parked somewhere else, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try. I got out, got back in, and I said, you know what, I gotta go home. Because that moment, that child was in my back seat, kind of like looking at me like, don't you go in there, because you know how it is when folk point you out. You don't want to be the one to stick out like a sore thumb. And so, but in that, it gave me the revelation that little girl still needed a little bit of reassurance and healing. And And so in the book, it talks about the journey of that. And so I believe that just like me, a lot of people may even go back and forth with going in or going out or going home, and so those little girls, those little boys stick their head up from time to time because they're trying to protect you. But you have to take authority over that and say, you know what, I got it from here. Even if I would have been the only one in my tux, going at like you own it, right. Like you are the one,
like they're the ones like wrong.
They ain't, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how that book goes.
That is so cool. And so when you think about that, was a traumatic time for
you.
And so coming to Love Notes, it's an opportunity. If you're experiencing trauma, when you lose parents, that's traumatic. That was very traumatic for me. So if you're dealing with those traumas, it's good to come. Yeah. To have the entertainment, to hear, you can listen to some of the songs you've heard before, but it has a different meaning when you're coming for a different event. Yeah. And so when I was at rehearsal last night and I was just listening to the words, it landed differently with me this time. Yeah. And so all of the songs I've heard before, some of them were original stuff. Yeah. But the ones that I did hear before, the sound, the words were just different. And I didn't tell you, but I text my husband. I said, I'm struggling.
Oh,
I said, it's rough
sorry.
tonight. Yeah, it's a little rough tonight. So, but I got through it, and it was such a blessing, to hear everybody. But I was like, because I was able to see Lady Wu and her dad sing, and I was like, absolutely, oh man, it's so sweet. And then I saw the parents and their mom, and it was just a thing, but it was really beautiful. Yeah, it was really beautiful. Absolutely. So I believe that those of us who are dealing, because there are people, and I'll say this, one of the reasons I felt like I really needed to get through this and heal properly is because I know that there are many people who are stuck in years and they can't get past it to heal. Yeah. They can't get past it to move forward, to be successful, to live. When the birthday comes, they shut down. Yeah. When the time that they pass, they shut down. Yeah. The day that the funeral, they shut down. Right, absolutely. It's all of these little moments. Mother's Day, they shut down. You don't see them. They don't come out. They're in the bed. They can't get up. That's not what we, need to do. And I wanted to make sure that by getting through this, that I can help somebody.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing is June 13th, which is the event, that's my father's birthday. Yeah,
look at you.
I know.
You've been a big girl.
I know it. Wow. I know it because again, I just want to make sure that I do something to make sure I honor him. And then of course, Father's Day gonna be the next month. And so definitely the void is there because that's my daddy. You know what I'm saying? And so I would go and sit with him at his pool and we'll talk and we'll crack up and we'll be preaching back and forth. It was like that thing that we shared, and I appreciate that. And so I wanted to make sure that I'm like, okay, his birthday on a Saturday, I can have this event on his birthday and celebrate him, as well as make sure I honor my mother who's still with me. And I bless God for my mother, Elder Marianne Kennedy Moore. My mom is amazing, as well. So I want to make sure I am going to celebrate her because, again, this is a combination of both Mother's Day and Father's Day. So, yeah.
Well, it's gonna be good.
Absolutely,
it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. I actually will be doing some things with Taylor. We're gonna leave it at that, but it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to that. And what's the dress code for this event?
Yeah, you can come business casual. You can come dress well. It's not like my black ties situations, but definitely come comfortable. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be at Woodlawn Theater over in the Woodlawn area. Really nice facility. Starts at 6, doors open at 5:30. Let me let you know, we start on time.
Yeah, I can
we start on time.
Yeah, you do.
So, if it's not an act of God, we're gonna start on time. So make sure you are there when the doors are open at 5:30 and in your seat by 5:55.
Oh yeah, she will start on time with or without you.
We will start on time.
You could be the keynote.
Oh, we're gonna start on time, and I'm gonna give the keynote. There is a word from the Lord.
Gosh. Well, listen, guys, you can go out to itsphenomenal.com/love notes and you can get your tickets there. Also, we've been very blessed to have a coupon code for those of you who are watching by live and going back to see it. How long will this coupon code be available?
It'll actually be up till Saturday, until the 13th.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Look at that. Look at us. Okay. Yeah.
Just put in Ladiez Room.
Okay. That's with a Z.
Yeah.
capital L, capital R, Ladies Room,
Mm-hmm.
and that will get your discount. So, guys, go on and get your tickets tonight. I would recommend getting it tonight because, the Woodlawn, I've been there before. So,
Mm-hmm.
Woodlawn, they are limited seating. They
Mm-hmm.
really are limited seating, and the tickets are starting to sell, and they're really starting to go fast. So you really want to go. What I've been seeing people do is get 2 tickets.
Yeah.
They'll come get one and buy one for a friend. So that's what I recommend you do.
Absolutely.
To come out there and bring somebody that you think is very special, or you can come by yourself and you just need something.
Yeah.
You're really good at having events where you just need space to breathe.
Absolutely.
You're good at doing that.
Thank you.
I think all of your events provide that space.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what else does Latrisha Fifi
Wait,
Redmon?
You know what?
What else you have coming down
Dramatic.
the what else you got going on for the rest of the year?
The rest of the year, I will be doing my Android fashion show again, looking at September 13th, perhaps. And I wanted to sneak in my Birmingham event somewhere in between. So I might do that maybe in November-ish. But yeah, I have the Android and perhaps Birmingham. That's about it right now. Probably gonna be releasing something else soon, a book or something. I don't know yet.
What? Look, tell us. We won't tell anybody.
I ain't gonna
got
tell
the
you. It ain't none of your business.
Look, we won't tell nobody. We keep secrets in the ladies' room. We won't tell us all.
I don't know
Go
about
ahead and
that.
tell us. Go ahead and tell
No,
us.
it's good.
Get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to
Get
do
somebody
it.
else to do it. Okay, so you got Love Notes coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the sponsors?
Oh
this event?
man, absolutely. The one and only Bob Dickerson and the what's the name of, hold on one second. The AG Gaston Conference. I'm so sorry. The AG Gaston Conference with Bob Dickerson. I really, really, really appreciate him being our supporting sponsor for this particular event. I'm so gracious. And if you would like to sponsor as well, I do have some sponsorships that you can look at that you can either sponsor some tickets for a group of people, or you can sponsor the food or whatever you want to do. Let me know and I will send you the information and we'll make sure that you are shout out it. Oh, that was so wrong.
Okay, we have just revoked your key to the ladies' room. We require intelligence.
Jesus, rewind.
We are gonna tell that the ladies'
We
room.
will shout you out, and we will make sure that you have your logo and all the good things on the website, and make sure that everyone knows that you were a sponsor and a contributor to Love Notes this year.
Okay, very good. Are any vendors this year?
No vendors right now. Yeah. I don't know if the space will be available for vendors because of the intimate space of the venue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I do have noticed in various events that you've had in the past, especially the ones that I've been a part of, you've always had organizations to buy like 10 tickets or 20 tickets and then just give them away. So, if you want to be that person, you can't come, but you want to be able to bless someone that that's lost someone, or you just may want to just bless some people. I advise you, go ahead and buy those tickets. Get you about 10 or 20 tickets and give them away so that people can come and really, truly be blessed.
Absolutely.
So, Fifi, how we do it. When we're starting to wrap up things, we ask our guests to give something that's going to be encouraging, that's going to be uplifting. So I want you to speak to those people who have lost loved ones and they just feel like they can't really move. Speak to those people about encouraging them to get up and live.
That's good. I want to first start off by saying that if you are in that space that you've lost someone, and if you are walking around heavy-hearted because of the way that you all may have departed, you have any type of regrets or shame or have you. One thing I had an issue with before my father passed, I was going to visit him before I went to Chattanooga, and I didn't go because I'm like, oh, let me go and get on the road. Didn't have anything really to do in Chattanooga. This is my time to get away. And so when I was in Chattanooga about to go to the aquarium, I got the call that he was in the hospital. So I had to zoom on back to Birmingham. And during that time, I wasn't able to talk to him because he was, on life support after that. And so that really, really, really bothered me that I did not take the time to go and see my father before I went to the trip, because in my mind, I had more time. And so my thing was I carried that for a minute, and my sisters and my mom and other friends and all that really encouraged me to not hold on to that. But I held on to it for a long time because I'm like, man, I should have went to see my daddy. But I had to let that regret go because I knew how much he knew I loved him, and the times that he would come and spend time with me at my home when his wife were out of town, and we had that intimate moment and that time together, and so that helped me. And I want you to be encouraged to know that even if you have that type of testimony that you feel a little bit of regret or heaviness because of how things happen, release that, and especially if you know that y'all shared a love or a bond, or if you did not, still release that. Don't allow that to be so heavy on your countenance, on your mind and your spirit that it slows you down, that you cannot move forward, because you have to now live in purpose, and you have to now leave a legacy and something for someone else to be able to grab hold to. And just know that their life had meaning, in your life and for your life. And so carry that meaning. Again, even if it was not too great, not too beautiful, not too wonderful, still take the pieces of that story, of that relationship, and take the things that you need to learn and to grow and to evolve into a better version of yourself from that situation. And know that, man, listen, just live your life in purpose, on purpose, because you got to carry out the mandate that God has placed into your life, into your hands. You are responsible for what's in your hands and what God has breathed himself into you for. So, so let go of regret, let go of disappointment, let go of anger and fear and all the things that sometimes can house itself on our shoulders and our minds and our spirits and even our bodies. Let that go. Take some deep breaths, release it, shake it off, and try your best to live your life so that someone else can say, you know what, they lived enough, so I can live now. I can do what I need to do and fulfill my life's purpose. So I hope that's what you needed me to say.
It was great. It was good. Okay. I like the fact that you said live life. I think it was in purpose and on purpose. And so those are two different things. And so living life on purpose means that you understand the assignment.
Yeah.
And then living it in purpose, I think I said it right, is just embracing it and letting it become the very fabric of your being.
You are.
So I love that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys. So listen. Let's get those tickets, honey.
Please.
And don't.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Look, like you let me talk, my show. My exit, please. But yeah, guys, listen, go ahead and get those tickets. Go out to itsphenomenal.com/love notes. Use the coupon code Ladies Room. 2 words. Like, hey. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Hey, yes, use the coupon Ladies Room, LADIEZ Room, ROOM. Those are 2 words. Go out there and use that coupon, guys, so you can go ahead and get a little something off. That's a gift from the Ladies Room Talk Show along with Fifi Redmon, so that we can bless you guys. We really feel very strongly that you need to be there and get one for you and get one for yourself as well. And remember, it's going to be at the Woodlawn Theater in Woodlawn, Alabama, and it will be at 6:00 p.m. and the doors will open at 5:30 p.m. And listen, there will be food there. However, first come, first serve. I'm just glad that the entertainment got to be there early. You know what I'm saying? Now, are there big plates or small plates? I'm just trying
real small.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Saucers. Get you a saucer. All right, guys. But again, make sure you get out there to Love Notes. It's going to really bless you. The entertainment is amazing. The curator is awesome, guys. The mission of this is so phenomenal. And it's just really celebrating and honoring those who birthed us, who brought us into the earth. So go out there to itsphenomenal.com/love notes. Use the coupon code Ladies Room. That's 2 words, LADIEZ. Get your little something off on that, guys. And we're going to look forward to seeing you at Woodlawn Theater, 6:00 p.m. 5:30 opens the door. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful and safe rest of the week. The Ladies Room Talk Show will come on with a special edition this week because I need to tell you a little bit something else that's taking place this week at the Carver Theater. All right, guys, good night. Take care. Stay safe and stay the course. Peace.
Step into the Ladies Room with Clarissa.